Long run production function. Long run. On the long run production function, the all factors of production can be changed. For example, the labor and capital, etc. So all the factors of production can be changed like labor and capital in the long run production function. So here shows the labor input changed and the capital input changed on the production of output. So the labor means variable factor, so capital is fixed factors. So in the long run, the time of period is more than 2 years. It may be 5, 10 or 20 years. Law of returns to scale.
To start this discussion, we should first consider how we measure returns to scale. We need to consider the relationship between our production inputs and our production output. In this case, we are making cars. The production inputs include labor, some machinery, and a factory. To simplify, we'll use these numbers. In this tutorial, the images represent a specific quantity. Each machine image represents 500 units, and each labor image represents 1,000 workers. The factory only represents one factory. Each car image represents 1,000 cars. This is the output generated from the previous inputs: 1,000 workers, 500 machines, and one factory. When we discuss returns to scale, we look at 3 specific stages: increasing, constant, and decreasing returns to scale. Let's break down each stage with some numbers. First up, increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale means that as the production inputs are increased, the percentage increase in output is greater. For example, here the increase in the factors of production is 100%. The factors of production have doubled, but output has tripled. There's an increase in output of 200%. In this case, there are increasing returns to scale. We will consider the economies of scale that cause this to happen in a later video. Next, we'll look at constant returns to scale. From our previous point, we have doubled the production inputs, which means there has been an increase of 100%. Production output has also increased by 100%. Since there is an equivalent percentage increase in production inputs and output, constant returns to scale have been achieved. Next up, decreasing returns to scale. The change in production inputs from the point of constant returns has been increased by 25%. However, only 1,000 additional cars have been produced, indicating that the increase in output is positive 16.7%. Since the percentage increase in production inputs is greater than the percentage increase in production output, the firm is now experiencing decreasing returns to scale.
The law of returns to scale. In the law of returns to scale mentioned the 3 levels or 3 stages of production: that constant returns to scale, then increase in returns to scale, and decrease in returns to scale. What is constant returns to scale? Constant returns to scale is a property of production function that holds when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by the same proportion. So here shows the constant returns to scale long run production function. I mentioned the law of returns to scale. So this is a graphical representation of constant returns to scale. Here shows the 20 level of output increase at the 24 level, then the 10 level of labor or capital input increase in the 12 level. So here shows the 20% of output increased due to the 20% of input increase in the level. Then the stage is shows the increase in returns to scale. So the increase in returns to scale holds when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by more than the proportion. So it is the second stage of the production level in the learner production function. So here the graphical representation shows the 40 level of output increase in the 60 level, then the 10 level of input increase in the 12 level. Here shows the 40% of increase in the level of output due to the 20% of increase in the level of input. So it shows the increase in returns to scale level of production function. Then says decrease in returns to scale. The decrease in returns to scale holds when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by less than the proportion. So here shows the graphical representation of decrease in returns to scale. So here mention the 20 level of output increased in the third 23, then the 10 level of here shows the 50% of output increase in due to the 20% level of